15 differences between rich and poor mindset. When people talk about richness and poverty, they often think that is something given. It sometimes is, like with family, inheritance, but today it often is not given, but earned. Likely it is something one can work for, not only dream about. Psychologists often argue that what is essential for becoming wealthy is within you, and you don't mind taking all the chances you can. You are aware. That is how you get ahead. However, if you have a poor mindset, you shy away from opportunities because you focus on risks. You are always afraid and you tend to do only that which gives you secure winnings. This is one of the major differences. Rich people think about what they could win. Poor people think about what they could lose. Number 2. Rich people think about investing money. Poor people think about spending money. One of the classic differences between poor and rich mindsets is that poor people are typically consumerists. They like to own things to appear richer than they are. They obsess about how they appear to others and are willing to save money to boost their self-confidence by buying expensive clothing or gadgets. On the other hand, rich people know that it is not about looking rich, but rather being rich, and that in order to be rich, you must invest. Rich people save money not to spend it, but to invest it and increase their wealth, so their main focus is using money to get more money, not to spend it. Number 3. Rich people are lifelong learners. Poor people stop learning as soon as they get a degree. People with a rich mindset are aware that to become and remain rich, you are simply not allowed to let yourself go and to neglect your education. This doesn't mean you have to have several different college degrees. Many wealthy people have dropped out of college, such as Bill Gates, for example. This means that people with a rich mindset are lifelong learners. They identify their interests, strengths, and unique qualities, and they constantly work and learn to improve themselves. People with poor mindsets usually stop educating themselves after completing some level of formal education. They usually think that is enough and fail to comprehend the importance of constantly improving themselves and learning new things to get ahead. Number 4. Rich people admire and compliment other people. Poor people criticize. People with poor mindsets tend to compare themselves to others. Then they often criticize other people in order to mask their own faults and make themselves feel better. People with rich mindsets don't have the time to do this. They are busy with self-improvement. They purposefully surround themselves with great people to make meaningful connections and to learn from others. This is a very important psychological difference between rich and poor people. Because if your mind is busy with criticizing others without learning from them, you are not doing anything good for yourself. Number 5. Rich people take actions to achieve their goals. Poor people make excuses. A rich mindset is set on achieving a set goal. There are no excuses. There can only be a change of means to achieve it. Rich people know what they want, and they are prepared to go the distance to get it. Poor people are prone to making excuses and blaming their failure on any other person or circumstance other than themselves. Their minds are not set on getting what they want. They make excuses and justify themselves for their lack of success. Number 6. Rich people have a plan to get them ahead. Poor people hope for the best. People who have a rich mindset leave very little to chance. They are ready to take action to get themselves ahead, and they know the importance of planning. Thus, they take their lives into their own hands. People with poor mindsets are inclined to rely on luck, fate, and chance to give them what they long for. The psychological difference in question here is in the activity. Rich people are proactive and they take leading parts in their lives. Poor people are passive recipients of what is going on in their lives and are unwilling to get going. This difference probably comes from the ease and risk-free nature of relying on luck and then complaining about how you are unlucky rather than taking matters into your own hands and testing your capabilities. In order to achieve any goal, you often have to think long-term and to postpone immediate pleasures. Rich people are very good at this. They can invest themselves in something to get greater rewards later. Poor people's mindsets are focused on immediate rewards and they are reluctant to pass on them. In order to get rewards later, this way of thinking is linked to poor people being reluctant to take risks, as discussed earlier. Number 8. Rich people take challenges head-on. Poor people never leave their comfort zone. Rich people are aware that if you want to achieve great things in your life, you will have to make a real effort and face many challenges on your path. They are prepared to bear discomfort on their way to their dreams. Poor people usually remain poor because they value their comfort more. People with poor mindsets have a tendency to stay in their comfort zones, where it is safe for their sense of their self-worth. Number 9. Rich people make money work for them. Poor people work for money. Poor people's minds are set on earning money, so they could make a living, pay their bills, and spend what is left on buying all sorts of things. Rich people's mindsets are trained to view earning money as a way of getting more money. The basic difference is that poor people view money as a goal, and rich people view money as a means to earn more of it. Number 10. Rich people make the best out of the time. Poor people often waste. You will seldom hear a rich person talking about spending their time uselessly surfing the internet or browsing social media. People with a rich mindset value time above all. They are aware that every second they didn't do something good for themselves is a second lost. People with poor mindsets often waste their time, and even they don't know how, whether it comes from their unawareness of how short life is or something else. Time wasting is never a good way to achieve a set goal. Number 11. Rich people believe in themselves. Poor people believe in fate and luck. For achieving anything you set your mind on, it is essential that you believe in yourself and your own capabilities. These aren't empty words. Believing in yourself isn't some kind of magic that gets you ahead. It has real consequences when you believe that your capacities are responsible for your success, and it happens you fail in something. You will be aware that you need to improve those capacities in order to succeed the next time. This is how we all grow and become better than we were yesterday. However, when you believe that success is written in the stars and depends greatly, if not solely, on luck, when you fail, you will surely think that it isn't meant for you to make it, and therefore give up. That will result in you not achieving your goal. Number 12. Rich people embrace competition. Poor people are discouraged by it. A sure way of personal growth is embracing healthy competition and making the best of it. But it takes a rich mindset to see that rich people relish healthy competitions because it makes them work harder and push their own boundaries. Poor people, on the other hand, often see competition as threatening, and by doing that, they miss the opportunity to learn and grow. Number 13. Rich people are solution-oriented. Poor people are problem-oriented. The main argument in this particular difference is that rich mindsets focus on finding solutions, while poor mindsets focus on problems and often complain about them uselessly. By focusing on how difficult the problem is, you engage your mental capacities with the wrong task and thus disable them from finding solutions. It is necessary to think about the problem in the beginning of any problem-solving process in order to find the solution. But if you engage in fruitless whining about it, you are not getting closer to solving it. Rich people know this, and therefore they train their minds to focus on possible ways to solve a problem, and not on the problem itself for too long. Number 14. Rich people tend to form meaningful relationships. Poor people think quid pro quo. Poor people are prone to some sort of pettiness in their relationships. They tend to seek people that can help them and then ask for a favor and do something in return. Rich people don't think that way. They know meaningful relations are not only about quid pro quo. They tend to find people they think highly of or that they admire, and then form relationships with them, not only for some kind of material gain, but for personal growth and making the right connections. Number 15. Rich people nourish a positive attitude. Poor people are negative thinkers. Negativity seldom gets you ahead. Negative thinking is all about what you don't have, while getting ahead is all about making the best of what you do have. You can see how that is very difficult to do if you focus on what you don't have. Rich people don't complain about how life is unfair. They seek to do the best with what life has given to them. It is about engaging your capacities in the right way if you want to make a difference in your life. Surely you have checked your own ways of thinking and behavioral patterns to see if you have a poor mindset or a rich one. Whatever conclusion you have reached, if you seek wealth, it is of vital importance for you to know that mindsets can be trained to work for you. All of these differences are ways of thinking that can be practiced and perfected in order to make your dreams come true. Before you leave, I will be very happy if you can give this video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video. Bye.